Trish?
Yeah?
What time is it?
You want to play What Time Is It?
I think it's time to get rid of these blinds.
Oh!
Barely awake, motionless, we all hibernate, down deep like Wesley, sunken in sleep, with slow beating hearts, we are dreams, ready to suffer.
So which one's the shortest?
View.
Which one is this the shortest?
No, this one's the shortest and most easy.
Okay, Trish and I are starting to develop the knack for finding the locals' hike.
Well, you have to ask a local, and then you'll find it. That's the knack.
Nonetheless, we're finding these hikes. So
Yes.
let me just refresh your memory. We've got the Manitou hike, the incline in Colorado Springs. Then there's the College M in Bozeman,
best.
Montana. That was fantastic. And now we're at Flat Top Mountain in Anchorage.
And I guess at the top, we'll be able to not only see Anchorage, but the Cook Inlet,
If you drive up here, it's about 27 minutes from our RV park. It's a pretty drive.
which is downtown.
Gets you outside of Anchorage, which is a little bit nice because it does feel a little congested. And there's a quarter-mile option that you can do. And just
Over there, that's completely paved.
It's called the Anchorage Outlook, and it's true to the name. You can bring your dog. There's parking, plenty of parking, $5 to park.
$5 fee.
And right now we're on a 3-mile trail, so we're gonna go up to the top.
Round trip, 3-mile round trip.
And it is steep.
So you can walk backwards and get a hammy workout.
All right, so come with us. We're gonna show you around. We're pretty excited about it. I think it's time for a Garmin watch. I've been talking to Trish about it because of heart rates, because we want to start managing our heart rates a little bit better in terms of, wait, where are you, Trish?
Oh, sorry, I was trying to, you reminded me to get my phone so we know how far we've gone.
We want to be managing our heart rates a little bit better in terms of working out 3 days a week hard and working out 3 days a week like more
Medium.
medium, like 65% of your heart rate. But right now, I'd love to tell you what the altitude gain is on this hike, but I can't because I don't have that. So the Garmin watch would do both. It would do heart rate plus GPS plus altitude elevation. So
Elevation. It's getting really high, folks. I'm just looking for excuses to buy a Garmin watch. But I actually agree with you.
Hold on. I agree with you too. That's exactly what I'm doing. It does have some worthwhile benefits.
This is steeper than this.
I just needed to get Trish on board.
Father, you should.
Trish, let's start talking about that F450 now. Well, we didn't make it all the way. I made it right up to before it got steep to go up, and Trish was up for it. I was up for it. One person in the party was not up for it. It was not 3 miles. It was way more than 3 miles.
Yeah, to go up that second part.
What did the sign say, 3 miles around trip?
Let's go see what it says.
Never have we ever seen an incorrect mileage sign.
Yeah.
That's why I need that Garmin, Trish.
I know. Why haven't you brought that up sooner?
I want to know why this is so easy. What do you need, Trish? So anyhow, it was a very nice hike, and we're glad we got out here and did this. So, and we've made huge progress on the video, and it's only Saturday, so it's rendering right now, actually.
Yeah, so that's
pretty cool.
Venice.
That means we have tomorrow, too.
Hey.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. Any thoughts on the hike here? Are you in? Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Isn't it, though?
It's a must do. And we had the most beautiful day.
Oh my gosh, I don't think... we're hot.
Yeah.
Seriously hot.
Is this even... Are we in Alaska?
I don't know. Yeah, it's crazy. More to come in Anchorage. Like maybe a meetup? Is that next? If we can't figure out something to do between now and then, meetup's next.
Yay.
Always fun. Meetups are always fun. And they're all completely different.
Absolutely.
They all have their own vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And which is kind of cool. So we have no idea what to expect. Alaska is an awfully far place.
So unless you're already here or traveling here, and you just so happen to be in the area,
Yes.
we're gonna just probably meet locals.
I would think so, a lot, yeah. Which is fun.
Yeah.
So anyhow, we have that going on, and then of course Less Drunk will be there, Nate Marissa, and we were with them yesterday. We wanted to just kind of catch up, because if it's anything like the Austin meetup, we won't see them. So we thought, let's connect the day before so we can kind of hang out and that kind of stuff. And with we actually ended up going to the zoo, which was my idea because I thought it'd be kind of a fun place with Hensley, you know.
The last time.
You told me that place, yeah.
100! 100! So much. It's such a great experience. Yeah.
You gotta go over here.
The wolf. I want the wolf.
So scary.
Oh, his name is Tony.
He's away over here.
It was like spouting. We didn't see any whales, but
The funny thing is, we were at the grizzly bear area, and I had my camera up, and this grizzly bear, I think, saw the big fuzzy mic.
Whoa!
Well, I think I got my answer. That put things into perspective. Quickly, because they don't really look that big when they're 10 or 15 feet away from you. But when they're on their hind legs, his head, his nose, an area like just his nose, was like the size of my head. Yeah. And his lower jaw, it was crazy.
Well, we were up high looking down like the whole story, and he almost reached us.
Yeah. Yeah, he was way down there, and next thing you know, it's almost like he could reach up and, Anyhow, so it was kind of fun. It was fun to catch up. And Anchorage is kind of like our regrouping place. And Trish flies out in a couple days.
To go get Carson.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Anyhow, so, again, I have no idea how to record these meetups, but I've got a time lapse on the GoPro.
Oh, what about your timer?
Well, I figured a half hour is going to go by like that. I'll just set it up in the corner.
Okay.
All right, so let's head on over to Cabela's. So every time I'm editing the footage from a meetup, I think the same thing. Why do I not do a better job recording these things? And by the way, I have some ideas for the next one.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Well, I'm here to tell you that you actually did a great job.
No, I didn't.
I know it was only one angle. It was one angle. But here's what happens. Here's what happens. We arrive, and there are people there, and they have the best stories.
They really do.
They're telling us where they're going, what they're doing, how they overcame something, what they're going through that's heartbreaking. And you're in deep. Yeah. And you or I, we don't want to move. We want to listen. No. Because everybody is there to share with us. And it's one of the greatest gifts that we get is hearing and being part of what you're going through and what you're doing and your exciting times and your hard times and all of that.
And it is a very good reminder to and it's a good reminder to us that KYD is really about inspiring people to take action, start where you are now, and make it happen. Start making memories. Well,
the thing is, it's not about us. It's about you, and it's about your stories. People are coming and telling us how they took initiative in their lives, and it has so little to do with us, and we get the gift of hearing what they're doing. They're moving mountains in their own lives to make changes, and it doesn't always have to do with an RV. It doesn't always have to do with a road trip. Sometimes it's like, you opened my eyes, or something in a video triggered something inside of them, and they made a change in their life. And that dynamic is the coolest thing to be on this side of.
And the other thing that we learn is that you don't have to be all the way in Alaska to make a memory.
No, no. In fact, this weekend, next weekend, Labor Day is coming. And we hope that you get out there and you grab, scoop up, snuggle with the one that you love, and you make some new memories. Have a barbecue. Go for a hike in your own backyard.
It doesn't have to be elaborate, and it doesn't have to be all fancy. Just make it happen. Do something that you'll remember.
And take a picture.
So we got back from that meetup at like 10:30, and then the next day it was nothing but packing to get you ready to go to Chicago.
Packing, I was doing laundry, I was trying to make sure that you guys had what you need before I left. I flew the coop so that I could go and get Carson.
Good morning. What time is it?
It's like almost 4.
Yeah, we woke up I woke up at 3:30. What time did you wake up?
I woke up at like 3:07. I told my mind, you must wake up. I woke up before the alarms.
Crazy, we went to bed at 11:30, so it was just a little nap. Trish is off to Chicago. through Seattle. Okay.
Missed call. Oh, that's fun. He was trying to call this morning.
Oh, shoot. Wish we would have answered on the way here.
Yeah. Well,
All right, you got everything?
I do. Okay, I made it in Chicago. You ready? We actually have like another 12 hours to wait for this kid to graduate, but at least we're here. Made it through 2 flights. Now we gotta drive for 2 hours, go stay in 2 different places, but I'm excited. Let's go. Jim, there he is. That's my man. Oh, hello. I found. Look how much taller he is. This is ridiculous. And he's in civilian clothes.
Yep.
I wanted to see a uniform. You're gonna have to get dressed in your uniform for me at some point.
I will.
Okay, good. Ready to go, just like that.
Let's go.
Right or left?
Straight.
Tell me what this is.
This is the trap shooting range for shotgun class. And you'll see later on the channel that I will destroy Dad at trap shooting.
Well, hello. Welcome to the city. We're gonna take you around. We're here with our great friends, the Coopers, and we're gonna just like walk around and have a great city day. So you wanna come and see? Come on.
Okay, we have seriously scored. Yes? Bob, when we were checking in here, he was driving by and he looked over and he goes, Mark? It was pretty funny. Anyhow, so he is fairly good at smoking, the word is. Smoking meat and things like this.
Okay, last night, to be honest, I didn't know what Dad was gonna do. Maybe throw me outside with a frozen corn dog or something.
Bob hooked us up with some ribs, some pork.
Pulled pork.
Pulled pork, coleslaw. It looks delicious. Caleb's already had the corn. It was steaming hot.
Brought over ice cream.
Anyway, big thanks to Bob because things were not good last night and tonight was going to be even worse. Seriously, I'm seriously not good at being a bachelor. So let me show you what this is going to look like here. Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, does that smell good. Look at this. Will you look at that?
Hey, stop. That's mine. Stop. No. Stop.
12:07. Trisha's flight was delayed. She's landing at 12:09. I'm sorry. 2:09 a.m. And they had to check bags. So I just set my alarm clock for 2 a.m. just in case I fall asleep between now and then. Quick little update on the what time is it game. Look at that. Look. It's dark. It's midnight. It's finally getting dark. Oh man, that's so exciting. Hi.
Hi. Did you get the black bag too?
Yeah, black bag's in.
Wow.
How's it going?
Very well.
Yes?
Yeah.
I know you blocked her.
Been doing a lot of flying.
You know, we have to maintain focus on the fact that it's incredible that you can fly from Chicago to Anchorage.
It is. Okay.
And that way you don't think about the fact that your plane got delayed.
Well, how about the fact that we've seen most of North America without having to go through all of that fatigue that you just have been doing? It's a lot. It's a lot. Car rentals and airplanes and hotels and
Oh my gosh.
it's stressful.
It is. Well, and then at no point was there like, oh, well, we can just go back to the rig and make a meal.
I know. It's fatiguing.
Yeah. So
Love,
anyway, but
love
it was,
RV life.
Yes, totally.
Okay, let's go to bed. We'll talk to you in the morning. I was so excited to put these blinds up.
I know you were, and I resisted.
No, wait, I'm sorry. I was excited to put these blinds up, Lovey. But I am even more excited to take them down.
Get them out of here!
Trish and I wake up with the sunrise.
Yes.
And what I call these hotel blinds.
Yeah.
It is hotel dark in here.
It's nuts, and we've missed morning meetings.
We have. I'm so sorry, Missy.
Late starts.
Yes, we have no time to spare. These things have got to come
Yeah,
off.
and these things are making us work.
Take them off,
like,
Trish. Not good. So liberating.
I feel liberated. I feel like...
No, don't do that. We might need them. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Some people leave these on their rig. Stop doing that. Some people leave these in their windows. Welcome home.
Thank you.
And any final thoughts?
It's been a few days since I got home.
Yeah, any final thoughts on picking up Carson and that whole experience?
First of all, he grew leaps and bounds. I
Yes.
can't believe in what you can achieve in 6 weeks.
Yes.
When you're focused on one singular thing. Carson wants to be a pilot. And when our kids express something to us, like, I want to do this, one of our like family mottos, and I think you can agree, it's not like we've had this like posted on our wall or anything, but is really to see what we're good at and put energy into what we're good at.
Developing your strengths instead of trying to compensate for your weaknesses.
Yes, I feel like some people, like, I understand that you're not so good at it, so you could put some more effort into it and become better, but I feel like you could put a lifetime of effort into what you're mediocre at and only get a tiny bit better. But you could put in a quarter of that effort into what you're naturally good at and excel.
Yes.
So I am over trying to fit a round peg into a square hole. That
just doesn't work.
That whole concept, and all of our kids are different, but
well, and that's the advantage of having 3 kids, is that you get to find out that your parenting has very little to do. Not as much as you think.
Not as much as you want.
Not as much as you want, right?
Yes.
And so Tori has certain strengths, and she's pursuing those within business and photography. Carson expressed interest in flying, and so we found a program for him.
Yes.
Caleb has expressed interest in like being funny and video.
Should I eat this? Carson, should I?
It was at this moment that he knew.
So we're finding programs for him. And so I think that was the conversation we wanted to have with you, and a lot of people ask about homeschooling, is
and that is not our forte, so that's...
Homeschooling is not our strength zone, but finding things to amplify the things that your kids are good at.
Bottom line, get creative. What situations are you putting yourself in, or in that your kids are participating in, that are making them become the kind of person they want to be, that presents new opportunities? And so that is bigger than just homeschooling. Fill yourself up in what you're good at, and put yourself in situations where you can become the person that you want.
Which always isn't that comfortable.
No.
Speaking of doing things that are not that comfortable, now that Carson's back, we gotta hit the trap range. All right, we're out here at the trap range, and you know, the reason we're here is because when Carson was out at camp, he was out talking a lot of trash. Or as Carson said,
Talking a lot of trap.
Talking a lot of trap. So apparently, Mr. Trap Shooter here was shooting 2 rounds, 50 shells per day for 2 weeks. Yeah? And your best score?
42 out of 50.
Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? So I, being the good father I am, wanted to make sure that, my son was not exaggerating, right? So when we were at Cabela's for the meetup, I got real lucky, and I went into the gun library there, and I found this 1100 Remington 1100 Classics, and Caleb and I actually came out here last week just to make sure that it was good. But today is a whole nother day. Today
is competition. Pull.
Did you get it?
Yep.
You 3 for 3?
Pull.
Oh, you let that one get away.
Yeah.
That's my bad.
Pull.
Pull.
Nice shot.
Thank you.
Pull. Did I miss it? You feel like I missed it because it's shattered in so many pieces you couldn't see it.
Let's go.
It's a pretty decent shot. We're having a competition. We're on the last 2 shells of a 25 shell round, and Carson's missed 4?
5.
5? He's missed 5. How many have I missed?
12.
10?
12.
12?
Around there.
Who's counting, really? Right? All right, so here I'm
counting. You owe me $8.
Well, okay, one of us is counting. Okay, there you have it. Carson beat me fair and square. And but I was able to get down the compensation down to only $6. So we did kind of a sudden death. If Carson got one I didn't, I owed him $1. I managed to get that down to $6.
Okay.
But out of 25, you missed how many?
Like 7.
And I missed about 12. Not bad, but room to improve. So now we have to find more trap ranges in Alaska. Yeah? Anyhow. All right, that's it for this little shooters segment. So, man, was Anchorage just a completely random episode or what? But anyway, there's more to come. We are headed tomorrow morning down to Homer. I think we might stop in Ninilchik. After Homer, we have all sorts of stuff planned in Seward. Pretty cool. So we lost power as we were packing up to go to Anchorage, like completely gone. Well, not completely gone. The microwave was still working. The outlets were still working, but the lights were not working, and the awning was not working, and the slides were not working. And it was pretty peculiar. So I went to all the breakers and I made all the breakers. I looked at all the fuses. Everything was fine with the fuses. I went outside, I disconnected from shore power. I made sure the inverter was on. And then I was at a loss. And then I called Jared. I'm like, Jared, I've lost power. What do you think? He starts going through, check this, check this, check this. Well, let me show you what it was. So the battery disconnect switch is right there. It's a red lever. And these chairs go right here. And as I was putting the chairs in, somehow it flipped that red thing off and we lost 12-volt battery everywhere. So anyhow, leave it to Jared. Thanks for stepping me through that to figure that problem out. Now I notice that I've got a low battery flashing, and typically when that happens, it means that the battery monitor system resynchronizes at a lower voltage than it's supposed to be. So lithium runs at about 14.4, and what will happen is the battery voltage will go down to 13.27, let's say, and then it'll resynchronize and say that's 100%, and then it starts throwing weird things. So I might need to resynchronize that a little bit.
Hey Mark.
Yeah.
You know what time it is?
It is time to get out of here.
Watch out for that bench. Watch out for that bench.
Oh, I see the bench.
Okay, good.